to wait for his teammate to rally on over because that bomb is down. He was unable to deny. And now they're going to reroute. Bowden will be given the flash so that he can flash over. So Fady, a little bit more health, can try and make something happen. He retrieves the kit. It's available, but they don't care. Keys dropping players. No problem here. So that's going to be clean on the post. 2 quick kills picked up for Keys here. And that's the round for Team 1. The 5 Keys is going to throw me here. So is it Skis? Is he feeling skeezy?
I think he's just Keys, but maybe
It is just Keys, but
maybe
it's
they're
mixing up
feeling
on
like
us.
they're the 5th part. They're the 5th member that really brings Team 1 together. So they are number 5. Bring it in
5 Keys?
to truly make Team 1 1 rather than 5 players, 1 unit. And in a tech pause already.
Oh boy.
We don't.
Look at the
have
buy
too
for
much.
ATK. 3 scouts. Scout, a scout, a scout, a scout, a scout. Scouts on scouts on scouts on scouts on scouts. Scope up. When in doubt, add more scopes.
That's how it goes.
Are you a scouter?
No.
Lowe's? No?
No. Because I can't hit the headshots on the scout. That's why I'm a reliable up, 1 to the body. That's all I need.
Okay.
Scouts, maybe if
Not a flick shooter?
no, certainly not. What about you? Are you a scouter?
Not well. Not well. Not well. I scout from time to time. But more of a Zeuser.
I'd much rather just send out a smoke, try and
I'm
rush
just gonna
that
let-
thing with SMG.
I think we should just let the pit speak for itself there. Oh, they stopped. They stopped. It's magnificent. All right, well, since we got some time, let's dive back into the things we were talking about. Do you have a favorite peripheral, Lowe's?
Oh man, when I was getting to my first PC builds, I did not care at all
Okay.
about my keyboard or my mouse. I think I got a Corsair from Walmart. Ordered that
Classic.
one online. Actually, both of my mouse and keyboard. The Corsair, ordered from Walmart. 1 purchased online, 1 bought in their online store. And then nothing really matters to me. For the longest time, even when it came to headphones, I used the basic earbuds that came with a Samsung phone from 2015.
My
And it
ears
was rocking
hurt.
for me very
My
nicely.
ears hurt just
My ears
hearing that.
were fine using those basic peripherals. Moved on to a little bit of a HyperX action.
Okay.
But that was still pretty weak sauce. It's the Stinger. It's okay. Cheaper model, but it gets the job done. I hear nice little bass every now and then, which makes me feel like I'm really, it makes you feel like you're in the game.
Makes you feel like you're in the game. I like my mouse pad. I've got a Sloth Esports mouse pad that I actually got from a Fragadelphia. That one's pretty old at this point. It may be slightly covered up by a different Frag custom mouse pad. I don't think Sloth is still around, which is a bummer. It was a pretty cool company. They would come out to the events and hawk their mouse pads, and in their commercials, they sponsored a sloth, Patience the Sloth. So part of the proceeds from every mouse pad sale went towards the care of Patience the Sloth, and that was always fun to see. We're back to the cams here. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. It's a nice, relaxed stream going on. See if we can't pull another guest from the audience. Hey, Ryan. Ryan. Come here. Come here. Come on. Time for an interview. Come on. Come here. Put on the headphones. No, not those headphones. Come here. Those headphones, the microphone doesn't work. Oh. All right. Tell the people. People want to know, what's your favorite peripheral?
My favorite peripheral. Wow. Well, all right, favorite peripheral. Well, I'm currently using I think I'm using the HyperX, what is it, the Pro, the full 10 key, even with a little like numpad at the end. I like that a lot. I haven't cleaned it in a while, so it's a little disgusting. It's not that good. It is a little gross. You know, listen, sometimes when I was doing all those Excel models on that thing, listen, the interactiveness as you would hit those numbers on that numpad, fantastic stuff.
How long have you had the keyboard without cleaning it?
Oh, no. I've cleaned it a few times. I have cleaned it a few times, and it's actually surprisingly.
The years have passed.
Okay, well, it might have been.
It's got some Ryan Krusties in it.
Listen,
If
it's
you
been
get
a
that
while.
keyboard, you could clone Ryan out of the genetic material you can find there.
No, it's been difficult. So, we'll see how it does.
What are you rocking
how
a
it does.
mouse? What are you rocking a
I think a G403.
Oh, we're back in the game. Never mind. Get out of here, Ryan.
See
Get
y'all
out of
later.
here. Thanks for coming on. I don't know which headset I'm supposed to use anymore. Is this one? All right, here we go.
Double headset up.
Headset
Double mic.
on headset. Shout out to Ryan for popping on for that quick second. Oh boy, we'll wait till the next tech pause comes in. Try and pull someone back. Okay,
Hopefully
Pesa.
soon enough.
Getting a little bit of action going on here. The scouts did collect one though, and all 3 scouts are still out on the server, so watch out. Maluk did get checked early on here, and this is the play through mid. Nice flashbang, nice kill. Now you got the B side a little isolated, but it's actually got the numbers up on it. We'll see what they can do.
Strong Presence finally made it through double doors. The question is, what will their next move be? If they can even have a chance to make it. Fady opens things up with a nice headshot on the scout, but they have missed him waiting in the box spot. Does manage to take down Pesadelo. However, there is backup. Last two players with the AKs. It's just Bowden Master. Looking to get some revenge. Looking to turn this one around.
See the master of Bowden?
It's huge.
What is Bowden in Swedish? I need to know. I'm curious. What is he the master of? We'll see if he's the master of this round right now. Upgrade to the AK certainly makes this much more of a possibility, but glass cannons going to be tough, and as soon as he goes through, shredded by TRK. That's going to be a tough retake in the best of circumstances. No armor, no util, no possibility. This one's going to have to be the eco out from ATK. They did good damage there, right, but it doesn't matter. Team 1 are just happy to get through the round, and now they'll pick up a couple MAC-10s to try and farm up some cash in this next, make some moolah here on D2.
Got some MAC-10s in. Back to shred up. Armorless ATK. Should be good to go. 0 util. Big bank, a wealth of nades to send down if you want. TRK looking to work up mid, send some shots through double doors. We do have Modem there with the lone D, but maybe able to catch something off, but it's all so difficult for anyone to stop Maluk with the run up with the MAC-10, taking Cat without a problem. One lone defender, Bowden Master, already has a huge hit on him, but he does win it out against Maluk. Maybe able to win the long-range fight, but Keys says no to that. Still 4 players alive. Last 2 by B-Main, hanging out. And I think they might go for a save, just hold on to those Deagles.
If anyone wants to know what that last tech pause was about, apparently one of the players was having an audio issue, and it turned out they just needed to turn their headphones. Wow. Flip the sides. You know there are certain players who play with their headphones intentionally reversed?
I've heard about that.
Yeah, Shot Up is our North American player. Used to play here at Fragadelphia, now does that other game. But he plays with his headphones backwards because he just started like that when he was a kid, and by the time he realized his mistake, he was used to it.
It's like playing with your mouse inverted, which is a crime, I would say.
That one makes a little more sense if you started on old school like flight simi type games, but I don't know how on earth when you first put on a headset you don't realize it's backwards. The neurons that has to wire when you get used to it, it's just got to be weird.
You think that affects everyday life? Like you hear something to the right, but you look to your left?
Maybe. We should ask. We should ask. We need to probe this deeper. We need to do like brain scans of what the auditory center of the brain looks like while playing. Oh, not a time to be quick switching. Not a time to be switching your gun. Not a time to be repositioning. He's down for the count. Fast play from Team 1. They're right onto the B side. This is going to be the round over. It's going to be a save triggered already. No problems there for Team 1. They just bully their way on in towards B. Get that plant on down and comfortably take a 4th.
Bowden Master. They are that new player, the new upper here to run things up. They will have to hold on to that because they've got no cash. Maybe the loss bonus for 4 rounds could be profitable, but it will definitely force a terrible amount of economy, and I think they know exactly where ATK is hiding in the pit. There's 4 players stacked up by A. They're waiting for the opportunity to get it done. Truth goes down. Maybe some more will follow. Look at all that nade, the molly. They've got nowhere to run. They can't get the shots either. XNS finishes it off. Now Bowden still the lone survivor to walk in to round 5 with the op.
I mean, at least they've got the AWP, can put some pistols around it, maybe find some impact with Big Green, but oh my goodness, they got schmacked through these early rounds. I mean, that was just a quick play in towards B. Caught the sight anchor with a pants down. Really caught them off guard, and the SMG was enough to just mow them down. So it's a great conversion for Team 1, right? You get through your bonus round clean. Now you've got full rifles up. Maluk rips a shot right off the jump. Let's see if this play from the tunnel can do something. No, it can't. No, it really, really can't. And at this point, Bowden might just be trying to think about how to save this, but there's players all over the map. There's not going to be an easy opportunity for it. So he's just going to have to shoot his way out and only be able to shoot 1. Oof.
Yeah, with that 1 kill, they might have been able to walk out. XNS did alleviate some pressure once they were removed, but it was still just a surrounding effort coming out from Team 1. They are truly dominating this first half so far. Modem now has the op back in hand, and so does Bowden. They're going with the double op, double scopes. supported by some M4 A1Ss. Excited to see how they could piece this together. Not a lot of utility off of Modem, though, is a big investment here. Big investment from relatively everyone. Had no cash to work with if they lose this one out, but Maluk's so focused on getting that shot in, they don't even realize there's fire under their feet. And all the while, they've made their way up to Catwalk. There will be some support. Bodenmaster has repositioned. But will have to back away. Sends out the Molly, looks for some support, maybe to slow it down. But as quickly as they moved away, Team 1 took the space right back from them and can get that easy plant onto A site. Fede in the pit, waiting for some support. I don't think they will get it. It should be another save.
Yeah, they've already pulled the ripcord on this one. This is a little bit more possible to get into, but they don't fancy their chances, and they're going to try and keep the economy going, keep stringing it along. It's going to be tough, though, particularly for Fady to actually get out of here, right? His two teammates out towards B, they've got a little bit more of a defensible spot. The question is, can this AK live through the round? Team 1, I think, are a little bit more hesitant to go for the hunt because they expect a retake. They expect some sort of a fight here, and it's just not going to come. So it's going to be the 6-0 here for the Brazilian squad, and it's just getting better and better by the moment. At least MOTM might be able to defend this gun. Question is, what can Keys do? Not anything. So they keep their rifles alive. They keep something alive going forward. They will at least be able to build around this. But this is getting tough if you're ATK. You are getting bullied on a lot of these takes. Team 1 are very decisive in the play that they're coming in, even if a pick goes against them. Obviously, they're setting up the trades quite nicely, and ATK just have not been prepared. So maybe time to play a little bit more of gambles, something to give yourself an advantage in a particular fight. Maybe an aggressive info play. We've seen some of that towards long. Obviously, the pistol round, they went up towards mid, but it's been a while. Fast in towards the fight. Keys, again, just going to play off a spawn here, as is the classic Dust-2 way, and be out towards the blue box already. They seem to be aware he could be. Mollies will go in. That smoke certainly confirms there's a player here. And Fady in the pit might be able to punish if Keys tries to escape.
Yeah, they're stuck between a dumpster as well as the flames. However, once the smoke dissipates, might provide an opportunity. But let's take a look at Mistum, who has faltered when it comes to pulling out their knife when the assault is in play. But the flash doesn't even give him the cue that there are players ready to come and execute. And that is such a quick take. So little done, really, to earn it, but now they have full site control.
They got to give him some help here. They've got to give him some help, because the problem is if you lose that B site without taking numbers, the round's basically over, and with that kill, it definitely is. That's the exclamation mark on it. There's still a player out towards long even, right? There's still a player at the blue dumpster. That's just now being cleared, and Keys is going to win that kill. So this is over, and they don't even necessarily have the chance to save. Brutal the way this is turning out early on, but I mean, clearly the identified weakness has been that site take, that B site. They're just bullying it round after round. So some help needs to come in from Mistum, whether you're playing 2 towards site, whether you're playing someone up into the lower tunnel. You've done that with the Deagles before, but you got to get a little something. At least ATK will kill everybody here, be able to retrieve the double op. Maybe putting that secondary op over on the B site could give them a little bit more something to work with, but either way, it's going to be tough.
I think the main issue on that one was there was just so much utility coming toward B site. There was nothing that Modem could do in defense. They were completely caught off, flashed away, had no way to truly defend themselves, or missed them, sorry. Completely caught off, had no way to defend themselves, so there wasn't really any response, especially when you're holding the site by yourself. You don't have the support to maybe come in from a different angle, and there's nothing you can do at that point.
It's tough. It's tough. Hey, it's going to come through. Timeout fades as ATK are trying to discuss what the heck is going on and how they're going to rally for it. Bowden and MOTM will be the offers here. I really am looking to see that opposition towards B, because you just have to have something happen here. Something has to change with the way they've been holding that site. You can see MOTM getting vocal here, talking it through. Fady is the primary IGL for this, but it might be MOTM. Contributing, certainly. Keys right off the rip, connecting with that AWP, takes Fady out of the... So nothing doing there. It was a little attempted aggression, and it does not pay out. OTM locking down mid there, once again just leaving Mistum solo in towards the site, although the op can presumably rotate to help, but Mistum is still going to need to get this done. He's just shouldering. OTM connects one. Pressure in towards mid. They might want to chase this, and so the reposition will need to come through. And indeed, they're going to. Pesa retaking this space, finding the ground in towards mid, looking for a fight into CT. Certainly at least putting the doubt in their mind, and that's going to require focus. Mistum's coming back to address it, but in the meantime, they're making their way up cat.
Some posturing
This is all 4-2.
by ATK. waiting for that A hit. We do have Truth all the way by pit. Maybe expecting someone to come through main. That's not going to be the case. Plenty of players up on Cat. All 4 even on Cat. Waiting, biding their time. That Molly will slow them down a bit. Bowden will be the first contact here. However, even if they do manage to get one, there might be another ready to trade it out. That won't be the case. They have a smoke to get themselves away and find some safety by the boxes. Back by sight proper. Maybe they can find another one. The shot goes wide. Going for a repeat. You have to, and TRK is there for the response. There is still Truth over by a main, by the dumpster, waiting for something to work out. I'm not sure what the positioning is because Mistim is going in. They're going in for the execute. The retake has to have some efficacy here. Finally, Truth will rotate around, and wow, Mistim able to take down SNS. Maybe another one comes through. Yes, it will be. And now all alone is Keys with the op. They might be able to make it work. There still is time left, but kits are on the docket here for the defenders, the CT. Get it done finally. Their first round against 7.
Timeout pays out. They get on the board here. Some snappy shooting coming through from ATK as well in that retake. It was a tough position, right? That wasn't a gimme. That was a pretty tricky situation. Even with Keys being solo, the positioning he has, the control of the bomb, could have worked out, but MOTM finds the angle. Wins out that particular duel. So now, ATK on the board. But they're still in a very vulnerable place. They'll reinvest into this one, obviously. See what they can't find here. Early tag on the Mistin. They are not having any luck with these early phases down mid. It's just been punishing. Maluk, some snappy shooting there. They've been moving the op between him and Keys, likely based on spawn and positioning, and that does give them some versatility on the T side. Expected to be a double op setup that they try to go early into once we see the half switch come through.
Nothing really happening, but there is a good amount of map denial coming through from Team 1. They've made it all the way up to Catwalk, do have some big control as well. Double doors will be a no-go for ATK. As they backed off, looked to double stack onto B, something we haven't seen often. And actually a quite forward positioning by Fady might run into some trouble with Keys waiting for him by double doors. However, sort of focus over onto Catwalk. There's one player hiding by the smoke, but they are removed by Bowden Master, taking the shot within. The hidden sniper. Now it's slowed down the play quite a bit. No one's gained anything on the side of Team 1.
Comes the play through mid. Missed him. Holding for it. Oh, he's been deleted. What a shot from Maluk. Bold on it. The answer comes elsewhere. Well, that's going to be mid-open. That's going to put doubt into the minds of the site players. It does also mean that the guy out towards B is completely isolated. I believe that's MOTM with the Zoom banger. Gonna need to focus in. Plays coming from tunnels. He's positioned. They line up for him. There's one. A tag onto the next as well. Now all into TRK. TRK not going to last much longer. Here we go for ATK. Shifting the op over works out. Changing up the positioning, allowing Mistim to play in towards mid. This works out beautifully for ATK.
A good start.
Oh, keep going.
A good start. They do have that money back in. They have the utility to work with. But on the side of Team 1, they are not feeling any sort of pressure just yet, but I mean, take a look at Maluk. Was rocked with the Glock. They do have the op back in play. They're not done yet. May have had a few hiccups 2 rounds. That surely won't be something to startle them. However, this Molly and a plethora of utility coming out toward A won't stop them. XNS opens it up against Fady, but Bowden is waiting for a secondary return. They missed the shot. It goes wide. They have a boost to reposition, and this could be the way to trick them up, throw them for a loop, but they miss again, somehow saving their life. But no, Modem on a different location, able to get a good shot, and somehow all huddled in the smoke. What is happening right now?
Comes the play. Oh, big shot hit for MOTM, playing from the boxes. They know he's here, but they just can't quite get onto him to threaten. Problem is, in the meantime, base has walked out on towards B, so they have to distract. They have to change their focus. Maluk's coming over with the bomb at this point. Turns out to have been a little bit of an audible call here, and that might allow the plans. And even if you have the numbers, even if you have the overwhelming numbers, it's always going to be a tough retake, especially as Keys is clearing out A, and he might just get the backstab from CT. This could be bad. Maluk's been dropped. Keys is going to move quickly. Pesa holds from the window, but only for a moment. And at this point, they're going to realize Keys is out of position. They could just get on the defuse. And I think they're going to. They are indeed. He has to blast his way through, and MOTM is ready for it. Nice reactions there from ATK. The recovery is on. I like the audible call from Team 1 to change up where they're headed, to head in towards that B site, to make that happen. But it's always going to be a tough retake, and I think Keys needed to get that play going a little bit faster on the flank to really have impact.
Yeah, a good initial setup. I mean, there was honestly a lot of misplays, misclicks, and whiffs coming out from ATK in the beginning on that initial A-long hit. And they were somehow able to turn it around. I mean, it seemed like a bit of a clown fiesta on the side of ATK. Within all those smokes, the boosts were going somehow their way. They were able to scrap together a good win, and we got to talk about how Truth able to get a good long play on the flank. Completely decimated that take onto B. Good for the retake, but now we got to talk about this smoke right here. Bowden caught off guard. It might be missed him here and provide some support relief. No, it will take the angle off the pressure as well. However, they're all on their lonesome on B site with 4 players coming in hot.
Nade kill coming through, and there they are through the smoke, but XNS and TRK clean it up. All onto TRK now. 1v2. Looking to get this site. Problem is, bomb control. It's out in towards mid. That's going to be really tough to recover at this point. Going to have to make some sort of a ripper of a play, and they should just about know its positioning. Could come back through mid, but it's not too much of a risk. ATK are content to just kind of sit on this one. TRK will let some time whittle off that clock, knowing that's really the only asset he has to put the doubt in their mind about where he is. But he hasn't moved an inch. He's been stuck in here, hoping for some sort of aggression to allow him back into this round, and they're not giving him anything. As soon as he sticks his nose around this door, he should be a dead man. There's going to be the peak. There's going to be the spot. There's going to be the confirmation that he has, in fact, not moved from this angle. 30 seconds. They are very fine to just let this play out. Reposition even. He thinks he's got a player isolated, but he doesn't. And then there's going to be the reaction, but what a shot! They had this all zoomed in. Bowden missing the initial will make up for it on the next. That one came right down to the wire.
Whew. Interesting recovery and a strong one indeed coming out from ATK. Bowden able to clean that one out. The good positioning on the op. Now they're on their way. They have a double op back into play. Doing a bit of a juggling over here. Modem here with the op again. Going on some light armor, no helmet. And on the other side, Team 1, bare bones Deagle with actually some good utility, as we have some Kevlar in play. A lot of players postured up by car, maybe looking for that catwalk presence. No one will be there to challenge them, however. Smoke's alive. Bowden playing it back to the back of Cat. They have been deadly with the op. No problems here for them, as this should be a standard one. Plenty of flashes at the ready, so once this execute comes into play, they have to back off. Yes, the first shot misses. The reposition won't be that huge, but they have support from Truth, and Truth is doing all the work here, taking down 3.
So not much doing in this round. Nothing doing in this round, in fact. And ATK have now run back 5 rounds in a row. Right? What a recovery here. It's just been a complete momentum swing here on Dust-2. And ATK have been stacking round after round after round. But here comes a reinvestment from Team 1. They need to find a little bit of an antidote here. Early on, it was the really aggressive plays, just going off of the spawn peaks, right? Classic Dust-2, kind of what we expect. Finding those early advantages, finding those early engagements. But as ATK's warmed up, those duels haven't necessarily been as successful for Team 1. So how do they change things up? They're going to spread around the map, at least initially. See if any aggression's going to come through, and it seems like this might be a catwalk peak. Is there a boost up on Cat? No. Moving off of it. They were initially going for the tunnel peak, but the smoke changes that formula. This is going to be interesting. Looking for that peek around towards top mid. Are they going to give it? They are. Bowden sticking towards his guns. Going to have an opportunity here, and that's a freebie. Able to back away with that smoke still up. There is no ability to punish here for Team 1, and while they will attempt to put some utility to chase, those guys are already gone. So nicely done for ATK here in the early round, and now the focus in towards mid. 2 players coming back through for the CTs, catching them with nades in hand. Another one dipping on in, one after another. The bodies are falling here, and XNS and Keys need to try and recover. First, they need to recover that bomb, and well, they will be able to do so. It's certainly not without risk. And speaking of risk, Fady having made his way towards top mid means that there is just nothing doing here. Encircled, ensnared, and dropped to the ground. Team 1 cannot get anything going.
Yeah, I was looking at the impressive ability to get 7 rounds in the row on the side of Team 1, but now it's going right back to the side of ATK. Might be on their way to get 7 snatch it right out of the hands of Team 1 and maybe even push it all the way to 8 to finish off this half. Nothing really to work with here. Keys on the scout. Should be interesting to see. We also have, oh my god, wow. They got it. They made that one work. We were talking about initial picks to start the round off, and that is exactly what Team 1 needed. But how are they going to build off of that? It's still just the beginning of the round, and the rest of the squad only working with Deagles. Here comes some HEs to shred up some of that armor. Modem missed the shot, and maybe Keys right now can prove that the scout is potentially mightier than the op, at least in the right hands. Posturing over toward B. Some smokes to stop that assault. But a lot of players stacked up by double doors. Maybe it will be a reconsider of positions. Keys is waiting for a player to just peek their head in, changing their idea, as we do have Modem on the op, still maintaining some solid control. Doesn't allow anyone to push through.
MOTM going to strike again. Looking good with that AWP. One after another. The man of the match is knocking them on down. I'm going to try and make a play off the catwalk, and there is space being allowed, so this could be a bomb plant. Actually not bad at all. And that's a ripper of a shot from Maluk. Now suddenly the site is open. And with only 3 players alive, there's got to be the doubt in their mind whether they're going to be able to convert this. Deagle's dangerous from this angle. Can't give TRK too much of a fight. He is a stud with the hand cannon. They're all going to play together. They're all going to try and overwhelm with numbers, knowing that it's just one Deagle on the other side. How many shots can he possibly hit? That one connects. There's the kill. TRK looking for more, but can't quite pull off a miracle. Well, it's going to be the round. They'll go to recover the ops as well. And that should be handily claimed for ATK. So now we come in the last round of the half. Plenty of money obviously available for ATK, for this squad. One more round to get through, and one more solid buy for Team 1 to try and end this incredible momentum swing.
Given the tools they had in that previous round, it was a well-fought battle. I mean, especially starting up with Keys in that ripper, that fantastic dinger, the headshot with that scout, a wall bang as well. Gives them the extra money they need to have that full setup. Fragadelphia sent all that utility immediately, as a lot of players are making their way toward B main. One at the top of Cat. No one will challenge them there. It's all about being able to break through onto the site. The molly stops him. Maluk, the first one to look, and actually gets the shot off at a very close range. The support comes from Mistim at window. No shot there, and this is their site to take. You also have a bit of a lurk here. It's Fragadelphia on catwalk. If they can jump around, maybe get some shots in the back, it has to be here. Yes, Fragadelphia is good for one, but Bowden stops that one and will save their skins. It's now a 2v4 for the retake.
Truth finds one. This is going to be a really tough ask, though. 3 more targets to find. Got to get through those doors. The choke point's being smoked out, mollied down. There's just nothing easy here. Swapping the gun even. Letting them know he's right here, and TRK is ready for that every day of the week. So at least they're able to cap the round, or the half, rather, with one more round. End the crazy onslaught from ATK. Still, this is 7-0 at one point. This is a crazy return from ATK. Huge momentum swing from both sides. And it means that as we head into the second half, this is just anybody's game.
Yeah, basically tied up. The advantage maybe going to Team 1 as they stopped that train that ATK was steaming full ahead. Now maybe ATK will have some sort of strategy coming again. They were a little slow to start, but I'm interested to see how their executes will be. The retakes in general, when they were on that streak, were solid, but in most cases it was difficult for Team 1 to get even onto the site at that point. Maybe now Bowden, the first point, might find some kills here, as we do have that one player, it's Pesa, hanging out by the car with the Uspis before the first shot, but TRK will draw some attention. They don't realize Pesa's there, and he finds 2. Maybe even more, as there is nowhere to run. Tapping away, it will be Maluk who actually ends it up. And round 1 going to Team 1. Looking nice in the second half so far.
The bomb plan here means any investment would be limited. It seems like ATK don't fancy it. Don't fancy it. A single smoke, maybe a Glock burst here to try and get in towards the site. What do they got spawns for? B rush if that was going to be a spawn-based play, but they're not doing that. It's a single smoke through and they'll make the catwalk approach. Just try and get a bomb planted. And to be fair, it's not a bad situation for them. Might have to rely on the numbers, but with a focus out towards long early on, ATK are just going to barrel on through and definitely have an opportunity here. Team 1 a little slow to react. They'll start to come back to the angle. Well, players are already past it. Is the bomb? That's all that matters right now. Mistim's got it. Can he get it planted? All they want out of this round, and I believe he is going to be able to. They'll try and pogo to stop him, and they will, in fact, be able to do so, but not before the numbers get punched in. So money made here, and Bowden is just snatching M4, and he's out of here. Foot race now. He is running away, just trying to bail and keep this M4 going to the next round, and at some point they will have to actually defuse the bomb. Give him a chance to keep this gun.
Bowden might be actually able to snag a few more kills. Maybe. Yes, that's one. Might be able to go up with two. Recovers the rifle. Stays alive, and that's the best case scenario.
Great round.
Considering that round.
That's a great round. Get a bomb plant out, you buy a single smoke, and you just roll in with Glocks. You get a bomb plant, and you snatch an M4 out of it. I mean, it couldn't get better there for ATK. Now they'll have the buy. Now they'll have the guns to put around it. They're even going to be able to save a little scratch going into the future as a result of this. Mission accomplished, I'd say. Bowden spots some players moving past. He's got the information, but he's begging them to go for a AWP. Begging them to challenge him on that AWP. That's not going to happen just yet.
Pesa doing those jump peeks, the jiggle peeks, looking for something. Missed him, will get the info, but it's a two-way street. Now that they know, it's followed up by an HG. Does a little bit of damage, but nothing too serious. But they know that there is a threat hanging out by tunnels, and will be taken over. Pesa still just jiggling around, but the execute set pieces are looking to remove him from play. Actually, great play, Molly. It does allow them to move around, but nothing yet. It's still just a battle, a war of attrition, a war utility here.
Well, there's the peak. Kill is traded, but it's 2 for 1. That's going to work out pretty darn well for Team 1. Look at this long control, though. Look at the space that they're taking. Fady rocking right up, and they don't seem to realize how far forward he's gotten. His teammates will start to group with him. Withdrawn from Team 1, but Utility might be able to isolate these fights and give a pretty prime situation to actually get on towards a bomb plant. Smokes go up. They're trying to tag this. They're not finding it just yet, and that bomb has crossed. So now the plant is here. No one can deny this. Molotovs will at least slow it down and allow time for the repositioning out towards Catwalk, but it's going to be a chance for ATK to defend the post plant. 3-on-4, not bad here. They're going to have to do it with the guns, though. They don't have the util. They're going to have to do it with some snappy shooting, and Bowden with his position out towards long will be the key piece here. Not really planted for him, though, which could actually make it tough for the Opper. Planted back to the site, and that means he's not going to be able to play back from the pit. We'll have to stay forward here on towards Car. There's the battle. Bowden strikes one. But he's lost his teammates. He has to hold them here. He can't allow them to get towards site, otherwise this might just be a loss. Fighting on through, brings it down to the 1v1. They're sticking on the defuse, but he's gone to the rifle. He's got it. Bowden pulls off the clutch. 4 huge kills for the Opper to make it happen. The Norwegian player bringing through the magic. Actually, sorry, he's the Swedish player bringing through the magic here. I'm going to keep swapping up their nationalities. They're Danish now. They're both Danish now.
Scandinavia is pretty close-knit.
Finnish?
Maybe not.
Finns? Any Finns in the house?
Finns in the chat? Regardless, good round. Good round by ATK. Fantastic performance by Bowden. And they will hand off the op to Truth, but Truth takes a dink. They will back off solo there. But that will be some point of contact here from Keys. They make the first move. Bowden there for the trade. As they haven't gained too much ground, but tunnels under their control as normally it should be. It was an advanced play we saw from Keys. Smoked right into the corner. Turned that into a one-way Pesa. We'll think twice before pushing into that one. Now it's slow. Posture toward B. We do have XNS here with the Deagle. Denying space with the Molly. And back off. Nothing too serious. Nothing too fast now. But with that backup, it leaves site completely free. And this is where all 4 players from ATK will make their assaults. XNS in a bit of a long distance battle. The smoke will signal that that will be the take. Molly's as well. It will be a plant. Nothing they can do about this one. Maybe some wall bangs. No shot will connect here.
Bomb ticking away. Team 1 don't fancy the chances in this one. They're backing away to save what little they've got, right? Keep it up. And with a couple rifles retrieved, suddenly it looks a whole lot better. So it's going to be okay here for Team 1 to back away to concede this one. They will concede a 9th. ATK so close to bringing this towards a tie scoreline. but Team 1 will live to fight another day. They'll rally for another battle. As ATK tally up another. Close game this. Hangs on the edge of a knife. Even that round, the health in doubt. But this could be a critical piece for Team 1, right? You still just got the scout. It's a limiting factor. They're going to invest heavily around it in terms of the utility, putting things down. Key's just rocking the deagle, so you have bet a lot on this play, on this moment, on this round. If you can't close it out here, if you can't seal a round win, might just be in a situation where ATK blow past, and as we've seen, the momentum has been solidly in their favor for quite a while now.
I've seen some great shots come out of the scout before. However, will that be able to come in clutch here? Round 20. It's a lot at stake here. A lot of money invested inside of Team 1. It's not that they had a good amount. It's just what they had left. Things are very slow. No direct sight play on B. Do have the lone defender. Double doors. He's backing up. With all these smokes being put on. A-Long, they have to realize that this will be the play. Pesa cut off in the smoke, but they might make a play for it. They might actually walk through. A great nade out of Keys. It denies one. Keys with the second one. A dig through the smoke. This could be their chance to bring it back and bring the money back in their favor as well as the match. Missed them right behind these boxes, right behind the sight, just out of the line of sight of Team 1.
The thing is, right, they've still got such a spread approach that Mistum's pretty much isolated. His teammates can't really play with him. They're starting to make their way on up, and this actually works out because MOTM catches a flank shot, but doesn't expect the player to already be in towards the elevator, swinging a little bit wide, punished by Pesa. And at this point, Mistum is still going to have to make the big play. His teammate out towards long, they want to keep him there, but no one's watching for this. It's a little bit too cheeky, and XNS wasn't prepared to help his teammate out. This is kind of falling apart, but it's all on to Bowden now. XNS making up for it. And Bowden would have to cross all the way towards the site. There are no easy ways to take this. He will be allowed this space, but with the player already out, he's down for the count. Makes his way up ramp straight into his demise. A huge round for Team 1 to take. That's a swing round. That's a huge crux about which this rotates. Nicely done here for Team 1.
Coming in with the save. Bare bones, essentially. A few good pieces of hardware to work with. But they brought it back from the dead, and they have money to work with as well. Maluk still rocking on some nice 3K. No up this time for anyone in play, but Bowden ripping out the Creed. Nile. Beatty has to back off. Lots of mollies in play and a big stack toward those doors on A. Maluk will be the one. Does have support, though, in the form of XNS. Will be safe for, or TRK, my mistake. And it's going to be a crossfire. Back off onto Carr. Now TRK is the lone defender in pit. Will they be noticed before we find a first kill? That will be the start. Maybe a secondary HE. Could do some damage. Rip it up. There's the molly. They're backed off. The smoke doesn't dissipate it. Fading. Shots through the smoke. Looking for that kill. However, Truth is putting some pressure over on mid. Maybe they can get another double doors kill and alleviate that pressure. Fady does finally remove TRK from the fight, but Pesa there to clean things up. Team 1 is back in it.
Such an aggressive play from Pesa, but it catches them off guard, playing around the edge of the smoke, not wanting to give that positioning up, knowing that if he allows them in towards the pit, it gets to be such a difficult fight. And so he won't allow them that ground. He won't allow them forward. He will shut it down here and now. Team 1 have rebuilt their lead, right? They're back up with a 3-round buffer with the money in their favor. Things are looking better here. And Keys actually goes towards an AUG. Scopes galore. Maluk picking up that primary op. I do at some point expect to see the double out, but not available for that at least. They'll invest the extra rifle money. Let's get the scope. Nice hold here. Just pistols on the other side, but the crossfire is working out beautifully. And Pace is just catching player after player and cleaning up in towards mid. 3 kills on the tally, and now just 1 man on the other side. His name is Truth, but in this round he would need to be the Truth in order for them to have a whisper of a chance of converting it, because he's in a full ace clutch scenario. Just a deagle. No armor. Nothing to work in his favor.
At this point, the only strategy is to maybe recover a rifle and bring it into the next round. They do have enough money for some helmet and Kevlar. and a bit of utility if they can survive it. Regardless, this is a terrible scenario. TRK closes it up. Nothing to take away into the next round for ATK, but they do have still some money to work with.
It's not good. It's not good for sure. 4-round lead here for Team 1. Building and building. Could be coming to the waning moments of D2. This is, of course, Team 1's map pick. We'll be headed to Overpass next. Well, it's kind of absurd to think that 7 of ATK's rounds came in a row, and outside of that, just 2. Something to work with here. I mean, early kill here for Keys. New member of the squad impressing. Also, catwalk control will be conceded. They've already found their pound of flesh, and they'll go with a heavy approach towards A. 2 players out here. 1 up on the ramp. Should mean that any A-side take is going to be a tough ask, and TRK makes it that much worse by ripping away the longhouse player. There's nothing doing here for ATK. They've got this catwalk control. They've got presence in towards tunnels, but there's nothing to really build on out of that. And Truth seems like he wants to try and make an individual poke here out on towards B, which is a risky play for sure. Flash for a peek, but Truth ready for it. Turns away from the flashbang, and he will be able to bring back at least one of the numbers. Keep that pressure on towards B, meaning that a rotate can't come through and that maybe some focus needs to come in towards mid, because this is the direction that they're headed. Smoke up, let's try and get above it. Them holding this mid approach. The 2 tunnel players do need to get out on their own, though. Keys has at least bought time with this smoke. Needs the shots, he's got him. Lines them both up. That should be the shutdown. Missed him. Now a man on an island and just too much to do in the next 35 seconds to have a hope bringing through this round. First kill found. Might just start to make some inroads. The problem is TRK on the flank can't get it done. Missed him coming alive here, but will eventually be felled. He made us believe. He made us doubt. He made us question. It was the AUG of Keys to just lay them all low to the tune of 4 kills.
And what do they have to work with going into this? This is almost a guaranteed match point, round 15 for Team 1, because it's Tech 9s. We've seen miracles happen before when it comes to a Tech 9 rush. I don't think this is going to be one of those cases. So much utility, so much space denial, all mollies across the entire board for Team 1. They know what's coming. They can expect it. There you go. It's starting off, flaming away from B main, but tunnels might be the approach now. This is a slow pause. XNS ready to light things up, and there it is. Missed him, the first one down with a wall bang, and a smoke to follow it up. Let him come. Let him come, XNS is thinking. He's ready.
On come the techs. He's playing close with that AUG. This is the kind of angle where the fire rate can get away from you, but he's got a teammate to play off of here, so it should be all right. Maluk posted. This pistol's going to try and come through, and they are indeed. And with the 2 players here, the 1-2 punch works out just fine. Fire rate be danged. Nothing to be worried about. And it's a clean conversion for Team 1 to find map point. 15 rounds on the board, 6 rounds to defend it. They just need 1 to seal the deal, and they've been looking dang good since the swap to the CT side. They got money galore, they got rounds to spare, but they want to end it here and now, Los.
It's their map. They want to shut it down without a problem, and I think that's going to be the case. There was not a single player felled, and even a lot of confidence coming toward the end with, I said, oh, maybe the confidence will be ripped away, and so is the head of XNS. Bodemaster with a nice wall bang with Yop. We'll give them some confidence to start things over here. Onto A-Long. A lot of players postured for it. No one there to defend it.
Look at Pesa. Look at this aggression.
Pesa.
They're holding for it, but this could get weird. This could get spicy. Timing going to be everything here, but at least for the moment, Pesa will wait a hitch. There is a player still in towards top mid, but he'll see that smoke. Pesa knows that that's coming through. Question is, can Fady pull anything with this play towards B? That would be great in terms of the distraction, and that kill might just reroute them. Might adjust their approach, but with a player in tunnels, they don't have to bite on this. They know that there's not actually a take coming through, and Maluk's going to clear this out. There's all sorts of information being gained here by Team 1, but they need to convert this information into kills. Fady the first to fall. That again means that they trust that this is just an A play, and the flank is going to be huge here for Pesadelo. He knows there's a player just on the other side of these doors. He's going to wait for him to cross. MOTM coming into his crosshair. Pesa ready for it, and that's going to be the kill secured. Now the threat's on towards the pit player, and TRK stands strong from the site. It's all on the Bodenmaster. He's got no health, but he's got the AWP, and he cannot get her done. A Kobe to finish things as Team 1 look polished on their CT side. Dust-2 in the bag. Team 1 triumphant here. And they'll walk